Time lost. We are lost.
Oh my god. Ow! Ow! Is everybody still alive?
I'm alive.
We get lost. We're eating Joey first.
Why?
Those things are neat, Julian. Where do you get them?
From the Animal Planet store.
I didn't know there was an Animal Planet store in South Point. I'll have to check that out.
Hey, mommy.
Oh,
Did you know that there was
right.
there's an Animal
there
Planet?
was this thing.
Are you aware that there's an Animal Planet store in South Point?
Where is it?
Oh, it's in Toys R Us.
Ah.
Wait,
My brother posted this thing
Wait.
on Eagle,
Toys R-
where you can post a question right in
there's a
picture.
Toys R Us at South Point.
And he posted the question.
Who would win in a fight, Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee?
They say that underneath Chuck Norris's beard, there's no chin, just another fist.
The group started in 2002, so we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary, which is very exciting for me.
You know, when I started, I really didn't know like where it would go or what would happen, and it's just been really great that they all still want to come, you know, because it's been those same kids for so many years.
Well, my name is Courtney Madeline Zoller.
I'm Jordan.
My name is Julian Bowen.
My name is Joey.
I'm Will Arrington. I'm 17 years old. I'm homeschooled. I'm in the 11th grade. And I have autism.
What is autism from our understanding? It's a buffet. It's a lot happening there. It's a lot to choose from.
It's a social disorder.
It is social. You know, it's a social disorder where people along the spectrum, for the most part, have a very difficult time relating to greater society. They view things differently. They have specific areas of concentration that they are interested in, and for the most part, they're not interested in anything else. And they don't understand why you aren't interested in what they're talking about. It's difficult, I think, to be in those shoes and to be operating in our society. Very difficult.
Who wants to be in charge of making the salads? Julian wants to do it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Courtney's mom suggested that you guys do some cooking because, you know, you guys are going to be out on your own pretty soon and you need to know how to do stuff. So once that stops fizzing around,
I'm looking at the Disney school bus. These are my Disney DVDs. Well, the horizon in the Disney movies are just beautiful.
Animals. He absolutely loves animals, has always been the case. He loves to draw animals. He's an exceptional artist when it comes to drawing animals. He takes art, and he's been drawing since he was very small. Something we realized early on he had an ability to do.
I feel passionate about drawing. I like to use my imagination and to use my skills. I like to draw animals. It makes you feel good. I think becoming an adult means a lot to me. Sometime in the future, maybe find a house and maybe take care of my mom and dad too. Or sorry, they should take care of me. No man. That's good.
you know, once you turn 18, there are certain things you're accountable for.
I just try to avoid losing our way.
It is scary, the idea of getting lost.
Well, a lot of kids with autism really don't want to grow up. Are you scared to be an adult? Are you excited to almost be an adult?
Actually nervous. I'm not ready for it to be on it yet. Just yet.
The next 10, 20 years. I'll cut this entire part. That would help release. Ugh. That is messy. Ew.
That's gross. I told you it would get messy.
It's, because knowing we're older teenagers now and learning how to cook is one way to prepare us for adulthood. Though I think I'm probably gonna forget the entire recipe though. The entire recipes though, but that's okay. We'll keep practicing, I hope. Yeah. Sorry, I just get nervous when I'm being interviewed. Well, that I'd maybe flunk. And this is for a film you're making, and if I flunk and that gets included, people will be seeing one of my lowest moments.
This is a picture of her. I believe she was about 4. You know, she was a very anxious little girl, and you know, anxiety is still an issue for her, but it manifests itself in things like her schoolwork. I think that there's a certain amount of discomfort maybe that she lives with because she just naturally feels anxious.
I feel a bit relaxed. I was actually really nervous. I always get cold drinks to cure the chest burn that I have whenever I feel stressed, though they still don't kill the pain, to be honest. Oh, can somebody open it up for...
Be careful.
Ah! I think I just got burnt.
You need some hot
Oh, God. Happiness to me means when I let something take me away from every jam that I get into.
Okay, Joey, why don't you look at that recipe and see if it makes sense to you?
Beat eggs in large bowl. Stir in pumpkin and sugar spice mixture.
Eggs.
I was thinking we take turns on doing steps. He would pour the sugar in, I'd pour the salt in. He'd pour the ground cinnamon, I would do the ground ginger, and then it's that.
Ask Joey what he thinks of that.
What do you think of that, Joey?
Yay.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
That's what I usually do.
Yep.
For Joey, initiation is really hard for him. It really kind of breaks my heart that he might be hungry for hours before he asks. It's almost like he doesn't understand that he's entitled to have his own opinions, or he's entitled to have things go the way he wants them to go.
I would describe it as something, well, it's rather difficult for people with language processing delay to process what people say to them or figure out what to say. Well, compared to my friends at social group, I don't think I really interact that much with the people at school.
I'm doing this for Joey so that he'll have friends. And so to me, it was worth whatever energy that I had to put into it. I wasn't going to teach him to be a normal kid and have normal social skills, but I thought he wasn't going to pick this stuff up by osmosis. So the more I could teach him and the other kids, that would only help. Put it in the sink. You can crack it on the side of the countertop if you can. There you go. Yeah, crack it. You guys are doing well. This is just the beginning. We have many more things. Yeah, you guys made a pretty long list. Okay, I think that's good. Well, okay. I think it's okay. I think you can stop. You can stop. It's a little early, I think.
If I would dwell on it a lot, I could drive myself crazy. But I don't really see any point in that. That would not be productive for anybody. I think that I do have concerns for the future, but I don't think at this point. I think I would say if within the next 10 years he hasn't come up with a plan, I would be worried because I'll be getting older. But I think at this point we still have some wiggle room.
We'll wait and make the brownies when Jordan gets here because that's his recipe.
Yeah. That must be Jordan. Hey, bro.
Hi.
Cooking potatoes.
Anything I can do at the moment?
I don't think so.
You'll get to do one of these in a minute.
Yep.
What are you reading?
Oh, Pendragon.
Oh, sweet.
I like to read a lot. I read a lot of zombie novels. It's one of those things where you don't have to get into a quagmire of different moral situations, and also you can place them where they need to be for whatever plot point you need in the book or novel, in the book or movie.
Unfortunately, when he was younger, he didn't always use the words correctly. And I remember many times riding in the car, and he would make some statement using some, rather advanced word, and I'd say, "Oh, that's not how you use that word. That word means X. Articulate is how you pronounce or something." And Jordan would look at me and say, "Well, that's not how I use it." I used to get the biggest kick out of that, and I'd say, "Well, that's really fine for you to have your own language, but nobody else in the world will know what you're talking about if you use it with your definition. It just won't make any sense to them."
Okay, so say you're in a room. It could be a house, actually. There are many different rooms and hallways and stairs and whatnot, but the average person can't see all of them. And someone with autism can see those things, but they can't see some of the other stuff that's clearly evident to the other people in the house. There would be a lot of times when someone would have to explain something to somebody else that wouldn't make sense until they accepted the fact that they're listening to someone else's perspective on it. You would definitely have a lot of banging around and plenty of frustration, but as long as people were willing to listen and give least to other people, then it would work out.
We need to, let's see, can you take care of that while I get the...
How do you do that? I've never really done this.
See, doing user fractions. Can you take care of the eggs?
Yeah. Well, wait, hold on. So wait, what are you supposed to put in first? It doesn't really give any specifics.
Here, that's what you do.
I don't like to mess up. I mean, it depends on what it is. If it's something that can get me hurt or get somebody else hurt, then I don't do so well on that. But, if it's just something like, mixing a wrong ingredient, then, it's like, well, it happened. We'll make do.
Will has a good heart. He has the best of intentions. Mm-hmm. He wants to do good for other people.
I used to be obsessed with trees. There was a tree in my parents' backyard that had gotten struck by lightning or damaged in some way, and it was dead and just stuck out as the different tree. And every time we went over there for seemed like years, we'd always like, "There's the tree.
It's the broken tree.
It's the broken tree."
Sideswipe, Sunstreaker. Huffer.
I think
ultimately is, I just think they're cool. These machines, you know, and that's what they ultimately are. They are machines. Had personalities that were unique and cool. And I thought that was wicked awesome.
I think it was just different.
You know,
And
I think bully kids like that just tend to pick on somebody that's he was easy prey for them.
What is the whole jerking cool?
Junior educated rich kid, constipated, overweight, overeager loser. Yeah, not very kind at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to get that all the time when I was in public school. The bullies were mean. They were awful to me. 2, the teachers wouldn't do anything about it. And 3, for lack of better words, and to just keep things simple, everyone there treated me like I was a low-grade, unintelligent moron. Very cruel. You know, what this group meant to me was, it didn't matter what kind of week I had. I could go in and I could be with people I liked and people who liked me, and I could have fun. I could forget whatever trouble I had been having that whole week.
Here you are with your first made by yourself Thanksgiving feast.
I think we deserve a round of applause.
What are you thankful for? You guys all thankful for something?
Molly, I have to say right now I'm thankful for just about everything that I have in life.
My family.
Good friends, a good school.
I love
and
you,
my
Mom.
strength.
Special interests.
My family.
I'm thankful for Mommy and Daddy and Nico and Vicky and Jesse.
My family.
These guys, my best friends in the whole dang world. You know, when I was younger, I hated it. Some days I wake up and I'm like, I wish I didn't have autism. But you know what? By the end of those days, I always think, you know, what would I have been if I didn't have it? Yeah, I like the fact that I have it. I've grown to live with it, and it also gives me my creativity and personality. So I have to be grateful for it. I was born with it for a reason. That I firmly believe. But what that purpose is, I don't know. Will I find it in life? Yes.